Today I want to share something with you that is special to me. I got my Rolex Datejust 36 with the mint green dial, Jubilee bracelet and domed bezel. The wait until I got the call that I could pick up the watch took exactly 1 year, and I had never bought anything from this AD before. I went to the AD in April 2023 and told a salesperson that I was interested in a Datejust 36. The salesperson was very nice and polite and not overly fussy, and so was I. While I was trying on the watch, I asked him how long it usually takes to buy the watch I wanted. At first, he told me that unfortunately he couldn't say anything about it and that he would let me know. About 6 months later, I went back to him and asked if he already knew about the availability of the watch and whether it was still possible for me to buy the watch. He said that unfortunately he had no influence on that, but then he told me in private that it usually takes a year. I told him that it would be no problem for me and thanked him. In April 2024, the time had come. I got the call and went to the AD that same day and bought the watch. We had a little general chat about watches and why I wanted this particular model. The reason for me was very simple. I've always really liked this green dial on the Datejust from the start. Mainly because the green color isn't so saturated and doesn't immediately catch your eye, but it's subtle. It's something completely different to black and white or silver, and I think it gives the watch a nice and elegant touch. Especially with the Jubilee bracelet. Since then, I've worn the watch every day at work and in my free time, and I enjoy putting the watch on my wrist every morning and wearing it all day. I can describe the feeling when I wear it as comfortable. It never bothered me or pulled on my hair on my arm. The great thing about this bracelet is that you can make it a few millimeters longer or tighter as needed, because sometimes your arm gets a little thicker in summer and a little thinner in winter, and the option to adjust the bracelet by a few millimeters is really super practical. This was my first Rolex that I bought brand new directly from the AD. I also bought a blue Datejust from another AD as pre-owned, and I also really like wearing this watch. By the way, I also made a video about the blue Datejust. My passion for mechanical watches started during the Corona pandemic. I always knew that mechanical watches existed, but I never really looked into them. And since I got a mechanical watch, I haven't worn my Apple Watch anymore and later sold it. But I will buy a cheap Apple Watch at some point later to do sports with and nothing else.